opening.
Does our dwarf friend say, "Oh, this clearly isn't dwarven make"? It's like, "Oh, this looks really easy." It's just not dwarven, no.
Nah, he's busy helping clear the rubble.
He's disattaching himself to the connection. All right, I open up. What's inside?
Okay, inside, lined with what may have once been fine cloth, but it's now,
Tattered.
aged. Not like deteriorated, but it's just not as soft and everything as it probably once was. There are 2 small sacks. There is a small leather case of some sort, similar to what you have your thieves' tools in, and a long oblong wooden box.
Hmm.
And no
That'd be
no
just-
needles poked you as you opened it and picked the lock.
I'm glad.
Could the boxes or the sacks be trapped on their own?
I'm sorry?
Could the box and or the sacks be trapped?
It's possible.
I'm actually wondering, the rooms we went in before, there were some tools there. Whether there is anything it's worth going back for. Anything like a spade, a shovel, pick.
I don't think there were any digging tools. I don't think I... No. I mean, there's stoneworkers' tools, but they tend to be pretty small. They're not for moving large amounts of stone.
I'm mainly thinking that we'll be sticking our hands in rubble, and
You've
rats
got a
are going to try.
crowbar.
Well, you're also going to be
Yeah.
making a lot of noise, and a lot of animals don't like loud noise.
Yeah, but I'm thinking they're going to come out and try and grab our hands.
Certainly
And
possible.
we'd probably be better off using tools if we could use anything.
You do have a crowbar. I'm pretty sure someone had a crowbar.
Higgimus
Yeah.
has a crowbar.
I mean, you can certainly use the crowbar to poke under things and prod and stuff like that.
Yeah. Higgimus has got thick leather gloves, and then he also has thick hide as well, so...
But these are animals that can chew through stone, so... Just
Well,
saying.
Do we know that?
Well,
So far,
Well,
Evidently,
they made holes in rock.
yeah, but so far we don't know that they made the holes in the vault.
That's
and
fair.
So, and this is loose rubble, so we don't know that they can chew through rock.
I know mice can chew through brick, so... Anyway, could continue.
Yeah.
So you got this chest open with the stuff in it.
What's in this stuff?
We'll open the bags and all the sacks and have
Well.
a look at the wooden box.
Well, Lafdul, you're there. Do you want to look through this stuff?
Yeah, I'm
Okay.
sorry.
It's okay.
Slightly segued there. All right, I will look at sack number 1 out of 2.
Okay, the first one is, it's a bit of a thicker leather to it. Looks like it may have been, used as a coin purse. Inside, you find 14 gold pieces and 15 silver pieces.
So you mean it
It's
is
not-
a coin purse?
Well, yeah, but I mean coin purses tied to a belt kind of thing, as opposed to just a sack of coinage that's always kept in a box.
Might just be a storage one. Yeah. All right, sack number 2.
Okay, inside are about a dozen uncut stones of some variety.
Appraisal check.
Go ahead and roll me 3d20s, and I will see if you can figure out what they are. They're all uncut. So this is for figuring out what they are, and...
Is it above or below? I think it's below, isn't it?
Yeah, it's below. So I think only one of those worked.
13, yeah.
Okay. 2 of them you're completely unfamiliar with. One of them is purple of some variety. Another one is just pitch black, and the ones that you are able to identify, they're small, slightly brownish yellow crystals. The other two varieties aren't crystals themselves, but these are actual crystals, and you recognize them as hamburgiles.
How you spell that?
Hamber, and Gyles.
Thank you.
Never heard of that, Jim.
Hamburgite, if you have Wikipedia up.
I do not.
That's fine.
Google is your friend.
So, you got 12 stones, essentially.
I see. Okay, what was the other? I'm looking at Braxton's notes, which I very much appreciate, I might add. Leather case.
So opening that up, you see small tools that you recognize as being used for gem cutting.
Oh,
Small chisels, small hammers, that sort of thing. So-called rock blankets. They're different types of sandpaper used for sanding and shaping stones, stuff like that. They're in pretty good condition.
I mentioned to the party after selling our gems to our gem merchant. I got them cut with another contact, and I sold them off to the gem merchant. Yeah, we could definitely improve our prices if one of us took up the profession of gem cutting. I might be looking into this if the party doesn't mind that I hold on to these, but it's obviously at your discretion.
You want the tools?
Yeah, potentially. I'm looking into gem cutting
I don't mind.
eventually.
Me either.
Feel free. Take them.
Off our list.
What am I adding this as a leather case of gem cutting tools?
Yeah, that's fine.
What they weigh a pound?
Yeah, give or take.
So what are those gems called again? Because I was trying to look them up and.
I'll put it in the Discord chat.
Ones that I was able to appraise was Hamburgite.
Yeah. And you're not sure what the other two are.
Ah,
Some brown rock crystal.
Yeah, it's specifically on the image that got linked. The top part is a crystal, but these are more of a yellow brown coloration to them. And then there's the wooden case.
Yeah, I shall have a look at that.
Okay, inside that is a long rod, about a foot and a quarter long. It appears to be made of stone, and on each end it's capped with silver.
I
Might be a
pass that to the
magical item.
mages and see if they can make heads or tails of it. And the dwarf, Ergoth.
Urgoth's busy helping clear the rubble.
Looks like a wand, doesn't it?
Stone rod.
Can I roll spellcraft to see if I can determine anything about the rod?
You can, depending on the roll. I might give you some more information.
Okay.
Okay, I'll do that too. After.
Could I? No, carry on. I'll add mine after. Were you not gonna say anything, or?
Okay.
wow.
All right, Xanfyr. You recognize the general shape. Your master had a couple of wands. While every single wand is different, so this doesn't, you can't determine anything about what it could do. You do know that oftentimes the material involved is related to what the wand does. Your master had a wand of lightning that was made from wood from a tree that had been struck by lightning, for example. So it's a reasonable guess that this has something to do with stone, earth, you know, that sort of thing, but beyond that, you know, it would be anyone's guess. And that's assuming that it's even magical, which you can't tell right now without a detect magic spell.
To my best guess, if this rod is magical, it has something to do with earth-based magic. So I would need to take some time to actually work on identifying it.
It might, since it was in this case with frickin' gemstones and a gemstone cutting set, it might have something to do with cutting gems.
Maybe, or maybe those gems were put aside to attach to the wand. So we shouldn't just get those gems cut and sold. We should first get the wand I identified and see whether it actually needs more gems on top on it.
Do they have facets where they could be inserted upon?
No, but I mean, you don't know. Maybe it cuts gems, or maybe it requires uncut gems to recharge it, or who knows? I mean,
Definitely something to be identified.
I'm just kind of expanding on what Leva was saying as, you know, conclusions you might be drawing from what she was saying.
If I was to check spellcraft, to roll for spellcraft, would I get the same information or some more based on what was said already?
You probably wouldn't be able to get any more information. That was number one. That was a pretty good roll. Number two, that's kind of the limit of what you could get from just a spellcraft.
All right.
So. All right. I want to just assume that you get the rocks moved, assuming nothing else happens.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. You can hear the creatures moving around in there, but they do appear to be keeping their distance from what you're working on. It seems like they've been suitably scared, and you are able to. Let's see. So you're able to clear up a bit more. You can see that the tunnels do continue a bit further on, but you find right here what appears to be a nest, moving the rubble around and digging through it. It's a fairly large, compartment in the rubble itself, lined with a bunch of debris. There's also, plenty of refuse and manure from the animals. But in there, you do find some relatively shiny objects. You're able to find quite a few coins scattered around, both through the rocks as you're clearing them. That will be a total of 70 copper pieces, 103 silver pieces, 6 electrum pieces, 23 gold pieces, and 2 platinum pieces.
Okay.
Really, platinum?
Yeah,
We've never come across that. I don't think we've come across that before.
Yes,
We have one.
Oh. I guess I just didn't remember it. Sorry.
Platinum's worth
So,
5 pieces.
what do we want to do with it? Because what's his name?
Ergoth?
Ergoth's opinion on the stuff that we are finding. Can we keep it? Should we bring it to the magistrate? Should we do something else, or does he want a cut?
He's not going to tell you that he wants a cut, but you could certainly give him a cut. He'll certainly, let you know that early on that, finders keepers. This is an ancient, place. No one has a claim to it,
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, just to the point, I probably would have said, well, I would have mentioned, he's helping us, he's putting his life on the line, he should get a cut still.
Yep.
Keeping all the money that we find in this area separate from our main kitty. So once we go through, we can discuss what would be a fair compensation for him for coming with us.
I'm just gonna say maybe 15%.
Why 15?
There's 6 of us, the 7th, so he'll be a 7th member. So to split 7 ways, we'll see what at the end.
Okay.
Just divide by 7.
Is near 14 or 15. If you divide 100 by 7.
Okay.
Well, we'll get that when we're done. When we get out, then we'll do that. But
Okay.
until then,
Oh yeah, we're just discussing it, that's all.
You also find a small silver vial. It's a little bit beaten up, but it's intact. There's a metal cap on it that seems to be intact and keeping whatever's inside it. There is a silver scroll case. It's also pretty beaten up, and an electrum scroll case, which is similarly beaten up.
Are they distinctive?
There's nothing special about the silver vial that you can tell. The silver scroll case, on the end caps, there is a small symbol of 2 interlocking rings.
Because something I
add it
forgot
to
to
the
mention.
dwarf.
Because I studied that book of Dwarven priesthood and religion, would I not have a greater understanding of Dwarven religions?
Go ahead and roll a religion proficiency check.
Give me a sec. I've got the wrong website open.
That's fine.
It's my religion. I just do elf then, but it'll be for dwarf. It's
Well,
17.
I mean, I'll just be deducting,
I'm gonna roll it
on
in Twitch then. And Twitch can tell me what I rolled. I've got a 17, so it's a success.
Okay. You recognize the symbol on the silver scroll case as being the symbol of Baranar True Silver, one of the dwarven deities, one of the major dwarven deities. Urgoth will certainly confirm that for you.
Ooh.
There's no symbology on the Electrum scroll case as far as you can tell.
Wasn't there 3 scroll cases?
No, 2.
Are they
Two
empty or
scrolls as
full?
well.
Do they actually have scrolls inside or not?
If you open them up, yes. You will see that there are definitely scrolls inside.
Okay, let's have a look what sort of scrolls they are.
You need to... Well, wizards need to use read magic, and priests need to actually meditate over them for a while.
How many scrolls overall is there in both of those?
Well, 1 scroll in each, but how many spells are on each scroll is not something that you can tell.
Okay, I think we put those aside, and Lever proposes that we put those aside and do it all together with the wand, etc. That we can do it all in one go. Figuring out things down.
Well, just fair point. For if one of those is a priest scroll, basically Lafdul just needs some time, quiet time to work on it, whereas the wizards would need to, memorize and cast read magic.
How long's quiet time?
Time that you can fit into a normal, 8-hour rest period type thing. If you wanted to just specifically sit down and study it, I would say an hour.
I could, but I don't want to do this outside of combat. I could use Nahal's reckless duammer to actually identify one of the scrolls. Couldn't I?
If
Read
it worked.
You could, but you could also set it on fire.
I mean, yeah. I mean, if you wanted to try Nahal's Reckless Reomer and cast Identify or cast Read Magic, you could do so.
Well,
I was
wouldn't
kind of
want
turn it over to you and be like, are you sure you want to spend time on this right now?
Yeah, we should. We made a
No,
lot of
well,
noise.
I'm bringing it up because it's a possibility.
Mm.
And in any case, if if it was urgent and it needed to be done, then I'd say, okay, we do it. But if it's not urgent, it doesn't need to be done, then it's not necessary. I
But
mean,
I'll
there's always a little risk with wild magic spells.
Our person who knows alchemy should check the vial.
You need
Time.
time and tools and stuff like that.
Let's just
I was
take
able to
everything.
identify
You can
that
certainly
other
open it
vial.
and see and look inside, see what it actually contains.
Let's just take
Actually-
everything upstairs.
I
I
got
have
a
a
question.
question.
Does it look like that vial of like purifying stuff that we got, of water purifying stuff that we got earlier?
I don't know. Is anyone opening the vial to look at it,
Oh,
sniff it?
as in the vial. Does the vial look like it?
No,
the
the
same
vial
type
is
of vial.
completely different.
Because it was also inside the shiny vial.
I'm
Made
going
of metal.
to check the vial using alchemy.
Well,
I mean herbal. Yeah, I've got alchemy.
you need time and equipment.
Okay.
Could you guess if it's beneficial or destructive?
You
At a
can open it,
glance?
smell it. You could take
Yeah,
a
I'm gonna
sip,
open
but
it
that
and smell it
might
to see if I can tell
use
if
it.
it's dangerous or not.
It is a yellow liquid of some sort. It's sweet smelling.
Okay.
That's what you can tell.
Well, it's yellow and it smells sweet.
No, that
How
isn't
would-
the other yellow potion that we have that smells like sulfur or something.
How are we getting on with the digging? Did we finish that?
Yeah,
Yes,
we
that's
kept
done.
digging.
Then we should move on to the next room.
Yep.
We can check all these when we're somewhere safe.
Please.
Okay.
Unless you can identify it right off the bat really fast, like within like a 5-minute period, then I say we wait on it.
Yeah, generally you can't do that. Ever.
Well, even then, if we're gonna
Not an identified spell, anyways.
identify things and you're gonna burn up spells, we might find something more interesting in the next room, and that might be a better thing to identify.
Yep.
Well, with Nahal's Reckless Duomer and Identify, just to be clear, while it wouldn't, Nahal's Reckless Duomer would not require the use of the Pearl, you would still need to do the 8-hour cleansing of the item. So,
Right.
FYI. Read Magic would be easier.
Higgimus doesn't know anything about the finger wagglers.
Alright, so you want to advance up, down, up this way?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. The doors there have collapsed inward. Let me
Which one?
get to the. Hold on a second. These doors here.
Okay.
As you
Very
enter this
cool.
area, you can smell smoke. You're not sure where it's coming from. Let me go ahead and clear up some of this area.
As soon as I smell smoke, I'll look to the dwarf immediately because he's the underground expert.
So you can see into this large chamber. Assuming that you're right there, you would basically get a little bit more of this, but unless you move up a bit more, you're not going to be able to see much more with the torchlight.
Also, another thing I would do is I'd lick my finger and stick it up in the air to see which direction the wind's blowing and see if that works.
Well, there
I
isn't
think-
any wind.
I think
Well-
we should check.
There would be an air draft of some sort.
smoke can just move around. I mean, not with an actual draft, but the smell of it does drift a little bit. There isn't enough air movement to get a breeze or a draft.
I think we should check out the area to the right, the open area, before we go into that small room.
Okay,
Just in
let's do
case
it real
something
quick.
comes in behind us.
Okay. So you're gonna search this large area out here?
Yeah, this little atrium area.
Okay.
Yeah, that area.
The ceiling is substantially higher, and why am I? Oh, because I'm on the wrong thing. The ceiling in this area is substantially higher. The construction is pretty similar, but in the back you can see that more of the, whatever was here has collapsed. It's a pretty substantial collapse as well, and further up to the top has also collapsed. It looks like this was probably once part of a much larger area that has, collapsed due to time and perhaps, even construction up on the surface of Brawl. It's hard to tell. As you look around the area, you do see, let's see. You do see some more of the large rodents, but they are keeping their distance now. One of them heads into a small hole there. Another one heads into a hole there. And let me check something else. Okay, that's it.
I propose that we go and have a quick check on the rope to see whether it's still hanging there or whether somebody put fire onto it.
The rope down from above where you came in?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We have more rope and a grappling hook, though.
Yeah, but, I mean, this would at
I
least
guess.
let you know whether someone snuck past you or something like that.
Okay, we can do
Yeah.
that.
And we know that somebody is upstairs, probably.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go.
All right, you head back to the entrance, and the ropes are still dangling there because you used 2 of them. They're not on
Okay.
fire, nothing like that.
Good.
I propose we check out this,
This room, yeah.
Yes.
since its doors are knocked in.
The way it looks like the cave-in seems to have been from... how do I do that from here? Seems to have been from... like this.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
So there won't be much of a room here anyway. But let's check it out.
Okay. As you're about to enter the doors, the doors are significantly larger than the other ones that you've seen, and you do notice up on the wall above the doors, you see a symbol of 2 rings interlocked.
Again?
Yeah.
So it's a temple?
Did we ask the dwarf if he knew what that was?
He will confirm what Lafdul
Oh, I missed that.
suspected, that the symbol is Baranar True Silver.
Okay, I missed that.
So I ask him if he thinks this used to be a temple.
Getting inside and seeing the rubble in the back and looking around, the floor is covered in patches of brightly colored, slightly glowing lichens, mosses, stuff like that. Urgoth will confirm. Oh, aye, yes. This matches the standard designs that Baranar True Silver's temples have.
You said there's fungus and stuff on the floor?
Molds and lichens, yes.
Stay away
Moss
from
and lichen, actually, not mold. Sorry.
Did you
Stay
say
away.
glow moss?
It is not glow moss.
Oh,
It is
sorry.
softly glowing. Some of them. They're brightly colored. They're not. I mean, they're giving off a little bit of light, but not enough, and it's very patchy. Urgoth
Okay.
says that you can tell that this hasn't been maintained. The whole floor should be covered in this. Making designs and pathways and things like that.
Oh, so this isn't toxic moss?
No.
No.
Oh, okay.
Okay, next room.
Unless
So,
there's something to search for in
This
there.
one or this one. Yeah, there doesn't even seem to be any tunnels in the thing either, so.
Was that moss of any value for herbalism? Just out of curiosity. Because it's in a temple.
Roll a herbalism check.
Yeah, you could roll an herbalism check. You could ask Urgoth if he knows anything about it. Do you want to ask him?
Yes.
Yeah, I'll ask him.
I'll roll
he-
herbalism.
He scratches his chin and says, "Not as far as I know.
No.
But I certainly don't know. I'm not a member of Bernard's clergy, so I don't know whether they did anything."
Complete off. Oh.
Well, Lafdul, you are convinced that the blue moss in here would make for a very fine healing poultice.
Mm-hmm.
Could I,
No,
could I in some way
Correct him.
There's two people against one.
You can try. I
I
mean,
I just rolled herbalism.
yeah, I understand that.
Mhm.
If Lafdul's telling the party that he thinks that this would be a poultice, you can then respond.
Yeah, no.
But this, I swear this is the stuff. You know.
Yeah, but
Look at my bag.
I'm a wizard. I spent a lot more time studying this stuff. I should know this.
This is the
That
bit where
is not
Yeldin.
good for a healing poultice. Trust me, it is not.
What
I don't
basically?
know anything about underground.
No. Basically, what you would go on is because I attempted to heal the poison earlier, you would back up their claims that I'm not knowing what I'm doing.
You don't know
Whereas
what the
Braxton
heck you are
would.
even doing here.
Whereas Braxton was the other guy that was miraculously cured, would be backing up.
I was actually
Xanfyr
able
on
to
this
heal
argument.
poison earlier. You weren't, so so apparently I know what I'm doing here a lot better than you do. And yes, I do have. And yes, my low charisma would have me bring that up.
Oh my
just-
gosh, we're fighting about moss.
Just to clarify, Leva and Xanfyr, as far as you can tell, this stuff isn't harmful, but it's not helpful. I mean, it wouldn't improve a healing poultice or anything like that, but you don't think it would harm it either.
It is not exactly harmful, but it wouldn't be doing anything bonus to one of your poultices or whatever. It's just
Yeah.
moss.
Would it add to the flavor?
I have-
Lafdul, if you're asking that seriously, yes, you think that this would be you could add it to some tea and it would taste very fine.
I'm gonna go down and nibble some. Not like on the floor, like our
Right.
hypocrite,
You're
just
scraping
pick
some up. Yeah. All right.
Braxton's going to say,
Go ahead and make a Constitution check. And what were you about to say, Braxon?
Braxton's going to say, I've heard of some people using glowing mosses inside Spelljammer ships as a light source, but this seems to be quite dim. Do you think we could breed it or anything?
That's a success, right? Lafdul, you want to get under?
14.
Yeah. All right. It's now that you've tasted it, it's not pleasant. But it doesn't make you vomit or anything like that.
It's like-
Wizard types. Did you hear what Braxton said? Is there a way you
BRB.
can make some sort of make this moss glow more, so we might be able to use it inside the ship. I don't know.
No,
We
I'm just
could
saying
get-
out of character.
We could
Because-
take some with and check it out properly.
Okay.
Because
It-
if we
it
can
seems-
get, sorry,
It seems to glow dimly, so maybe we find someone who could help us in either making it strong or telling us how to treat it so it would glow more brightly.
Do you have empty vials or containers of some sort?
I probably would with my herbalism, considering I've been using my poultices up. Used one of them.
Alright. Scrape some of that in there.
Mm-hmm.
I add glowing moss, dimly glowing moss.
Yeah,
File.
and blue. It's blue. It's kind of a
Dimly
turquoise
blue.
shade.
Later on, history books will note this is the time when the deadly moss was created.
Well, I mean, the interesting thing about moss is that you can like grind it up and then spread it as like a paste over something, and it'll grow again from that. It's kind of amazing. And also, I'm pretty sure moss is not a fungus, just in case anyone's wondering.
No,
It's an
moss is
algae.
definitely not fungus.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, just wanted to clear that up. You would know that moss is not a fungus.
Moss is a
Is
combination
the moss
of
actually
fungus
blue,
and
or is
algae.
it? Or
It's
is it?
both.
Is the moss actually blue, or is it glowing blue?
Both.
Okay.
It puts off blue light, and it is blue itself. It's actually about
I've
the same
wrote it on
same
my
color
inventory.
as Lafdul's dice.
Okay.
What's the weight? 0.1 because it's moss.
Yeah, it's fine.
Actually, if it can be used as a light source, then maybe we can replace the torches with it.
It can't. It's not that bright.
You'll have to match
it-
it.
Oh, once we figure out how to breed it properly and
Yeah.
Oh, in that
properly.
case, yeah. I mean, if that's a possibility, then yeah, you might be able to do something like that. But
Cultivate it.
it would still be, I mean, if you were able to brighten it up, maybe you might be able to make some sort of lantern or, torch-like light on a stick, maybe, assuming that you could breed it to get it brighter. But a better use would probably be lining floors or walls or something like that to give off light. Right now, the light is enough that you can see, it's not even quite as good as infravision in this room, but you can see you can see where the moss is, and you could navigate around that, and anything like rocks on the moss or among the moss, that kind of thing. So it would be enough that you wouldn't fall over, but you wouldn't be able to read by it right now, anything like that.
Like
Okay.
movie floor lights. Movie
Yeah,
theaters.
maybe something like that.
So we convinced Lafdul.
Yeah, he got some.
Hmm.
And, oh yeah, and you convinced him that.
Convinced?
I guess I am convinced.
Well, now that you've tasted it,
Yeah, I'm kind of agreeing after sad look on my face.
All right.
Realization of everything you knew about herbalism's come crashing down.
Who's carrying the moss? Or am I putting the group stuff?
I've put it on my character sheet.
Okay, I'm not going to put it on the group stuff then. All right, on to the next one.
do you want to check the double doors or the single door?
I think the
Let's do
single
double.
door is smaller and less chance of actually encountering something.
Oh,
So
okay.
leave the double door to the end.
Yeah, because if you were going by the same logic as the collapse on this one, on that one, the collapse would be kind of like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, the
Whereas
single
the other
door.
one looks sort of open-ended. It could even lead to another level.
Mhm.
All right. Lafdul, could you take a look? Or a listen, I should say.
Go up and listen up.
All right, you're gonna listen first.
Yeah, I'll use my listening. It's like 35.
You can't hear anything out of the ordinary. Everyone else is, I mean, you know, you're hearing breathing, jingling of armor, that kind of thing. If there's anything on the other side, you can't hear it.
Rodent scuttle across the end of the hallway?
There's rodents scuttling around, but that's, at this point, you're fairly used to that now. You can't tell if it's coming from the other side of the door, and the bottom of this door, it is gnawed, but only very slightly. It's not enough to really see under, and it's certainly not enough for one of the rodents around here to get under.
Is it rotted? Is it like weak?
It looks like it is. It's about the similar condition as the door down here, but less of a gap at the bottom.
What I might have wanted to try was break off a few parts, see if I can see through. Try and do it as quietly-ish as I could.
You probably won't be able to do it very quietly.
Just open it.
Because it's, I mean, it's rotted and somewhat brittle, but it's not like the dry rot where you just hold it and it crumbles in your hand kind of thing.
I asked the party, would you rather know what's in there ahead of time, or do you want to open the door and find out?
Can you have a smell, please?
Open.
To see whether you can smell any smoke from there.
Yeah, I can smell. That's a smell check.
Let me
Wisdom check.
Yeah, what is your wisdom?
17.
No smoke seems to be coming out from under the door. I mean, you could smell the smoke, but at a best guess, it's not coming from underneath the door. That doesn't necessarily mean that the source of the smoke is not in there, but it's certainly
Goes
not
up.
right by the door.
Oh, it's
Sometimes you
not-
just can't tell. Sorry. Go ahead.
No, it's okay. Just,
Sometimes-
Good idea.
Sometimes you can't tell, like when the undead rats fell down before. So at some point we just got to take a chance and go in.
All right.
People are right with
Higgimus, go
that?
ahead and-
Well, let me check the door for any obvious traps. Just glance,
All right.
Well, just not a glance, a proper check. Then I'd say go in.
All right,
Yes.
you take a look at the door, you start examining it, and you notice some peculiarities. They don't match what you would call a trap normally, but there are some strands of something, some kind of string or fiber that are connected to the bottom of the door, now that you're really taking a look closely.
I
I do
mentioned this to the party. That I'm not quite convinced that this door's safe or something safe behind it.
Okay. It might be.
Spider?
It might be
It
like
look-
a. Sorry. It might be somebody put something down there so they would know somebody went past it.
Does it look like the spider strands?
Oh my god, the spiders.
Could if there's a bit of spider strand, I could compare it.
Didn't you burn the...
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. If it's burnt, I've got no comparison.
Yeah, you can't compare it. Go ahead and roll
Could I
1d20.
use like something to pull a piece out?
Well, roll 1d20.
I wouldn't recommend that. Because it could be like a belt.
Well, I've
job.
already done the action. If you're telling me to roll.
So are you going to actually, like, pick it up? Or anything like that? I mean, what do you want to do?
I'm like getting like a small instrument, like a thieving tool, and just like trying to pull a piece out.
It's like tweezers or something.
Yeah, I've actually got pliers.
Okay. You can't tell if it's the same stuff as, what you burned back in the corridor, but it does stick to your tool.
It's inside the lock.
Well,
Is it past the lock?
there is some that appears to be sticking out of the lock, anchored to the lock, and it's not the door does not appear to be locked. But there is a lock on the door. It's in pretty poor shape, kind of rusted, and it's made of iron, so it has disintegrated slightly, and you can see strands of it sticking out through the remains of the lock, and there's also some attached to the bottom of the door.
Could we just burn those strands?
What I
I'm
would,
I'm wondering if there's a spider web right away across the door.
Yes, that's why I'm asking.
yeah, that's what I was going to say as well.
Can we look at the doors to the north to see if they're also covered? And if they're not, I would suggest we go in there first. Just because we know that there might be stuff down in there. I don't know.
You can look.
Well, we
So-
don't know. We only
Have
know
we
that
basically cleared out this floor, or is there still more to it?
Well, there's these two
Oh.
rooms at least.
Yeah, we've got two
Oh, I
rooms
was just
left.
rolled down. I didn't notice those. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah, we only have these 2 rooms left that we can see.
Well, we know there might be something in that room. And it looks locked. Locked,
So we
sorry?
tried the southern door.
This is the southern door.
I've been spacing out.
you said the door is metal, so...
No, I did not
is it
say the
just-
door was metal.
The lock's
And he didn't say
Oh,
it
the lock
was
is
locked
metal.
either. He just said there was a lock that was mostly destroyed.
Let's
Okay, so
try
we-
burning strands.
Well, you'd have to open the door first.
Yeah,
guess
either
I'll-
that or burning the door.
I guess I'll see if the door can be opened at all.
So, Xanfyr, you're just gonna go try and open this door?
Yeah, but not all the way, just a little bit to see if it's possible to open it.
Alright, go ahead and roll 1d20.
Back up a step.
Yep.
Oh,
Is that good or bad?
Was that good or bad?
That's actually good.
Yeah,
Um,
lower, better on the...
yeah, the door, it feels like it's, there's some resistance. There's no, I'm trying to remember what the term is. The knob, there's no actual knob. It's basically you just push the door, and you push, and there's resistance of some
Torque.
sort. Not torque. It's there's something giving resistance when you try to open it. You want to keep
Is
pushing?
that all?
Well,
I guess I'll keep pushing.
all right. Give me another d20.
Can I also make a listen check while he's doing this?
He's making too much noise. I mean, you can try it. You'll be at a penalty.
I mean, I'll try it. There's no harm in not trying.
You're
would
not
you
hearing
like a
anything.
hand?
What's your? Let's see. I'll take a look.
Actually, I don't know what Yeldin's strength is.
Okay, Xanfyr. This time you give a harder shove, and the door does open, and you fall in to some sticky webs.
Fall into
Oh
what?
shit!
Can someone like pull him back out quickly? Because we're all like here.
Yeah, I'll yank him out.
All right. It's pretty tough
Yeah,
strands
but-
there.
Higgimus is like a strength of 20. He'll pull him free. Unless it's magical.
All right, Higgimus. Let's see. That would
Hold
be.
Unless you break him in half, pulling him out.
Go ahead and give me a Ben Bar's Lift Gates roll. So D100.
Oh,
It
we all
is-
know I'm so good at this.
It is very very tough strands.
Jesus Christ.
Well, you got
The
17.
dice hate you.
It's just it's really this roll here. But yeah, the dice don't like
Good.
it.
Couldn't you coordinate
Could Braxon have a go?
elf and one of you pulls
Tug of
pulls
war.
while the other one sets the torch in throws the torch into the strands?
Well, while you're discussing that,
Oh Jesus!
while you're discussing that,
Giant spider.
some spiders come along to see what has been caught in their web.
You got torches.
Well, our wizard decided that he wanted to have some adventure.
Including their feet, they're about 3 to 4 feet in diameter, including their legs.
Oh God!
Giant
And this
spiders
room
must
is pretty well filled with cobwebs. You can see some large bundles, hanging in the webs, about matching the size of the rats.
Okay,
No.
Braxton's going to try and scare off the spiders with a torch.
How about Higgimus tries to pull things?
He did.
Xanfyr out. Well, try again.
Well, it's now battle time, so if you want to try to scare
Can
them
I
off with a
do
torch,
anything?
you
Hang
can
on.
try to get free.
What is that? A strength check?
It is a Benbar's lift gates roll to see if you can speed up your process.
I didn't think Braxton was caught.
No, Braxon isn't. Xanfyr is.
Yeah.
No one else has been caught yet. Higgimus tried to pull
Braxton
him out.
wants
You really think I can roll a 2?
if Braxton wants to try and fight him scare him off with a torch, what should I do for initiative?
That would be 1d10 plus 3.
Continue to yank Xanfyr out of the web.
Okay.
What is that? +3?
Yes.
8. Wow.
And go ahead and edit your.
I'm shooting.
These torches
shooting
are
them.
fast.
I'm shooting them.
I don't know what I'm doing.
What do I roll?
Are we allowed to shoot? Well, no, I'm going to help, I guess. Help pull
What do I
suppressing
roll
through.
for this little initiative thing if I'm trying to get out?
1d10 plus 3.
Can I use the sling?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, nobody's trying to engage them in melee, so
Oh. Well,
Well, Braxton's figuring to use a torch so he doesn't get his sword caught up in the web.
burn the webs. Yeah, good idea.
Yeah, burning the webs, great idea when your friend's in them.
That's why I said coordinate. It needs 2 people, one who pulls and one that who's always puts torch onto the strands.
Well, Higgimus did say that he was going to try to do that, so.
What? Split in 2 and do the 2 of them.
Xanfyr, Higgimus, and Braxon, did you edit the turn tracker?
Yes,
Yeah,
I
I
did.
put the 8 in there.
I did.
Okay, excellent. So everyone has decided, everyone has rolled and decided what they're going to do?
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Okay. Urgoth is going to try to,
Cut the web with his axe.
well, or the spiders if they come in close enough. Okay, so Xanfyr, you can make your attempt to break free now.
My score that I have to hit is a 2.
Yeah, that's
I'll keep trying until I succeed.
now I
Might
mean
entangle yourself even more.
no, because he's actually trying to get actively trying to get out, and there is a mechanic for that, but it will take a while without help. The Benbar's lift gates roll was to see if he could maybe get a burst of adrenaline and speed the process up. Higgimus, go ahead and see if you can pull him out.
All right. It's gonna be 100 this time. He damn near.
Oh my god.
I totally would have had you get caught if it was 100.
You lose your footing, you push him in.
Oh, this is
Are you allowed to? You allowed to have a critical fail on the Benbar's roll?
Oh, I totally would. Yeah. Oh, I totally would have had 100 be a critical failure.
Truth be told, Higgimus doesn't really like Xanfyr. He's just acting like he's.
All right. Well, one of the spiders does close in and make an attack on Xanfyr. And
dex either.
that is a... He doesn't have a dex.
He's got like an AC a lot 10.
Yes. Yeah. He and Leva both have ACs of 10. Alright. Well, the spider does hit, as expected. And it sinks its fangs in. Ooh! Ooh! 6 points of damage.
Oh,
Ow.
God.
And
Roll
I'm going to
save.
need you to make a saving throw versus poison with a +1 bonus.
I feel so bad for you.
Helpless mage.
It was his choice to open the door.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did it because you guys were just sitting there doing nothing. Somebody had to do something.
All right. That is unfortunate. All right. You don't feel anything yet.
What did
Other
he
than
roll?
other than the fangs sinking into your shoulder.
What do you roll?
He failed. He rolled an 8.
Someone's bringing logic to this. They're saying that spiderwebs tend to snap rather than burn in flames. In chat there.
True. So if you just burn them, then they just snap and I get free.
Well, we'll see. The web spell does burn.
Oh, the magical webs.
Yeah. All right. Well, Braxon, go ahead and I'll have you make an attack roll with your torch. See if you can scare them. Do something with the webs.
Okay. I have no idea what sort of bonuses I'll get,
Okay.
but I'll be having a go at Spider 1 and any webs around it.
Okay. That is a hit. So go ahead and roll 2d3.
With roll 20, you can actually roll d3s.
Woohoo.
Nice.
Oh, wow.
Holy shit, dude!
Incinerated.
Okay. You stick your torch right into the face of the other spider that's moving in on Xanfyr. And you hear a kind of a keening sound come from it as it pulls back. Let me make a saving throw on the spider webs. Okay, you do hear some snapping, and some of the spider webs do catch flame right around the spider.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Xanfyr is currently screaming in panic.
With a spider, like, digging into his shoulder.
Yep. All right, Leva, your turn.
I'm gonna go for the spider that's attacking Xanfyr.
Okay. That's a hit. I just want to point out that all of the dice luck is going to the mages. Higgimus is just giving all the dice luck to the mages.
Well,
All right.
Braxon rolled 2 3s on 2d3, so that's pretty good.
Your sling bullet flies in and hits the spider's thorax, bouncing off its carapace.
Doing almost no damage.
4 points is not almost no damage.
How big are these?
They're 3 to 4 feet in total diameter, including the legs.
Well, no visible
Huh.
damage anyways.
Ugh.
Oh, I actually missed rolling for the. You know what? The spider that got its face inflamed is going to make a morale check, but it passed. And it's going to attack Braxon. I missed this in the turn order. I just passed by it. What happens when a spider in a web rolls a 1?
It tumbles off and falls into the fire.
Since the web's on fire around it, it gets burned.
Engulfed in the fire.
Actually, yeah, I do like that. I do like that it gets burned by some of the flames, and it's going to fall out of the. All right, it takes 2 points of damage, and it's going to fall out of its own webs,
Is that hairy spider? Is it now on fire?
No, it's not a hairy spider. I mean, spiders all have hairs, but this is not. They're not.
Particularly hairy.
Yeah. Let me go ahead and make a saving throw for it, and it is stunned for a round.
Well, Braxon can finish it off with his sword next turn.
Boy, I'm glad I decided to have that thing attack. All right, Lafdul?
Can I shoot at it?
Yes. Yeah, that's a miss. Urgoth is not able to actually get in because, yeah, Higgimus and Braxon are right there at the doorway. So he's going to spend his round pulling out his light crossbow.
Oh, so heavy.
Oh, he's not a true dwarf. I'm not going to say that. But wouldn't a dwarf have throwing axes? Come on.
Oh, yeah. Crossbows.
Just don't roll a 1 on the throwing axe next to Xanfyr.
All right, Yeldin, go ahead.
Please, I don't want my head split open by an axe.
Isn't there like a Norse pastime where they do that?
What, split people's heads open with axes? I mean, I suppose.
Okay, arrow 1. Miss.
All right, Lafdul, you get your second arrow then. That's a hit. Which one were you going after? You were going after the one that was
on the floor.
Yeah. All right. Go ahead and roll your damage. All right. It doesn't sink into it, but you score an arrow across one of its legs. Of course, you know, it's stunned, so it didn't exactly make any sounds. No, it's not. It's not upside down, but it fell, you know, face first down onto the ground. Yeldin, your second arrow.
Oh, it passes in the air. Oh, come on.
That
So it
is.
does have attack of 17, so.
That is a hit.
17. Alright. Slash R 1d8, because I'm using Seraph arrows. Because those are better. And they only do 3 damage. I was going for the same one.
Okay. Similarly, you get a score across one of its other legs.
How much HP do these things even have?
Well, let's go ahead and roll initiative again.
More than 4.
Would I need to make a melee attack against Xanfyr because he's held in web to heal him?
No, but you can't get in and get to him because of Higgimus and Braxon are in the way.
9 this time. Braxon stick him with his wand of fire.
Nope, I was not clicked on him. Well, he can have that anyway. There we go. And let's see, Spider 1 is at 99 because it is
Stunned.
Yep. Everyone rolled?
I thought that was Spider 2, because that's the one that I was attacking after, not 1.
No,
yeah,
Spider 1 had the next initiative down for Braxon.
Yeah, Spider
the one.
Spider 2 is the one that bit Xanfyr.
Okay.
Alrighty, let's see. Alright, Higgimus. Go ahead and make your attempt to pull Xanfyr out of the webs.
What? I'm first?
Yeah.
That's never happened before.
I know.
Alright, I'm done.
Just take out your sword and cut him out.
This is a comedy of errors here.
Can't he just take out his sword and cut me out of the freaking webs?
No, apparently Higgimus wants you to burn to death.
He could just cut your feet off.
All right, Xanfyr, unfortunately, as you are struggling to get out of the web, you feel your body stiffen up.
Oops.
Oh god, paralyzed.
Maybe if you stop squirming and I can pull you out.
Well, now he is.
Is
It's
it
like
there?
quicksand.
Not quite yet.
All right, Braxon.
Okay, Braxton's gonna try and finish off the upside down spider with his wand of fire.
Okay, the hit is automatic. Go ahead and roll 2d3.
And you get to attack twice now, because
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know if that only applies to the sword.
Yeah, it does only apply to the sword.
oh okay.
All right, you stick the torch into the spider's abdomen again, and well, not again, but you stick the torch into the abdomen of the spider, and it hisses, and its legs curl up, and it stops moving entirely, and it is now dead.
Okay.
All right, Urgoth. He is going to level his crossbow and fire at the spider attacking Xanfyr. Okay.
What type of crossbow bolts is he using?
Light crossbows only use one type of bolt.
Okay, so light crossbow bolt. Got you.
All right, he succeeds in hitting. Crossbow bolt comes flying in. I'll go ahead and roll damage so everyone can see. Okay, bolt comes in and just skewers the spider right through, and it falls out of its web dead.
That's all of
Nice
them.
shot.
It's all the ones that you see right now. So I'm not going to give you a roll. You can pull Xanfyr out of
Right.
the web.
That's burning
Well,
now.
okay, you can roll if you want and still fail. I was going to say you could just do it all automatically, but since you did that...
Damn it, Higgimus! Keep your hands off the keyboard!
We're all basically like, let us help you. And Higgimus is like, no, I got this.
No,
I
you
just look
said
at
I could pull him
Higgimus and I
out.
just say, cut him out. Just cut him out
I
with the
said you
frickin'
could, but
sword.
then you rolled.
I was in the middle of typing that out and everything. All right.
All right, no,
You're
fine, that's fine.
paralyzed. You can't talk.
You can pull him out. Just as the flames start licking at where he was, you manage to yank him out of the web. Now, that room starts to become a blazing inferno after another couple rounds.
Close the door.
Well, the door opens
Door would-
inward,
So the door's on fire too.
and yeah, the door is now on fire.
Take a couple steps back.
I will reveal that room so you can see.
Let's play bright in there.
It is
I
pretty bright in there
would-
now.
I would
Also,
ask.
you noticed during the combat that there was a large hole in the floor. It looks like there were once stairs going down that no longer go down. As you stand back and watch the room
They
just
still
blaze
go
away.
down. It's just a hole now.
Yeah.
Aren't you
I would
paralyzed?
like
There's
to.
another floor, I say.
Would Eric
I was
know
talking
if
out of
this?
character to the DM.
Hold on, what was that, Lafdul?
Well, basically, whether or not this ruin can take a blazing inferno, will it still hold?
Maybe?
Well, spider webs won't. Ask the expert of stonework with us.
No,
I mean,
but the
when I-
heat's
when I
gonna
say-
cause
when I-
the rocks to.
When I say a blazing inferno, I was exaggerating.
It wouldn't last that long.
Yeah, I mean, after about 10 minutes, there's little left for it to burn, and it goes out. Now, the whole area is filled with smoke. So it's completely covering up the smell of smoke that you were smelling before. And I think that this is a good time to take our 10-minute break.
Okay.
So we'll be back at about 20 past, 22 past.
Sorry about that.
Alright.
It's just you guys were standing out there debating it, and I felt like, you know what, I'm just gonna open it.
See you on the other side, folks.
Yep.
All I have to say
We're
is for
back.
gun